In our last episode, we managed to get our first win of Season 2 in dominating fashion over the Pittsburgh Steelers as we won that game 34-10, and we also tied with the Giants last episode. That one was a very weird game. However, to start this episode though, we do have some news. I have made a trade off screen. I have traded a third round pick in this year and next year's draft and wide receiver Kamani Wallace in exchange for defensive back Emmett Ward. And you may be asking yourself, why in the hell would I go and trade for a corner? Well, our pass defense really has not been all that great, and I feel like we needed to make a change there. I found Emmett Ward on the trade block. He's 22 years old, only in his second year, still a star dev trait. He's not super fast, but does have really solid man coverage and pretty solid play rec as well. And on top of that, I have changed around the lineup for our secondary just a bit. Jaleel Torrance is now going to be our number one corner. We'll see if I end up regretting that one or not. Emmett Ward is going to line up as our number 2 corner, and then Dax Hill will be our third corner / our nickel. So hopefully he will still get on the field, and hopefully our pass defense steps up just a bit. I also made a move at free safety. I cut our third string one in Nick Cross so I could make room for a new receiver to replace Kamani Wallace, and I decided to sign veteran Keenan Allen. He's hopefully not going to find the field too much. I have him as our wide receiver 6 right now, but he does have that mentor player tag, so he should help all of these young guys get a little bit better. And then speaking of getting better, we do have a few upgrade points to use, starting with undrafted free agent William Lyons. Still has not really found the field at all past the preseason, but still a superstar X factor, gets +1 to man coverage and 4 to tackle. Our second year outside linebacker Austin Acosta also has an upgrade point. We're actually going to upgrade his run stopper ability here, and he's only going to get 1 attribute, and it's going to be +3 to block shedding. That's actually pretty solid. And our final upgrade point actually goes to our brand new defensive back, Emmett Ward. We're going to upgrade his slot ability here. Goes up to a 79 overall right now and gets +3 to man coverage, 1 to press, and 1 to zone. And that is going to move his man coverage up to an 86. Obviously, we have the ability to negotiate with some expiring contracts, but as of right now, I don't think there's anybody that I'm just like dead set on bringing back. We'll have to see how some of these guys like regress or progress throughout the season. Like Greg Kerr, our rookie punter, I kind of want to see where he goes at the end of the year, or if there's a better one in free agency. And then you have a guy like William Lyons, who's a 61 overall with a superstar X factor. If he can keep developing, we could possibly find a roster spot for him next year. But as of right now, he has 1, no interest in really coming back, and 2, he is an incredibly low overall that I really hope doesn't ever find the field right now. Now, our first opponent today is the struggling Detroit Lions, but they still have a pretty solid overall team, but they are 1-3 to start this year, led by an 86 overall quarterback in Jared Goff. At running back is a 92 in Jahmyr Gibbs, backed up by an 82 in Jordan Mason. Over at wide receiver is a 99 overall in Amon-Ra St. Brown, 79 in Tutu Atwell, and a 74 in Damian Reed. Obviously, we have taken Jameson Williams. He is on our team. At tight end, they have a 91 overall Sam Laporta, and past him, they don't have anything good at all. A 64 and a 36 overall. Left tackle is going to be an 81. Left guard is a 79. Center is a 93. Right guard's a 77, and right tackle will be a 99 in Penei Sewell. And the high-rated players do not stop there, because over on defense, they have a 97 in Aiden Hutchinson. At right end's a 76 overall rookie. Defensive tackle is going to be an 85. Outside linebacker is going to be a 75. Middle linebacker is an 84 Jack Campbell. Right outside linebacker is a 77. At corner, they have an 87 overall in Terrion Arnold and an 85 in Carlton Davis. Free safety is going to be an 86 in Kirby Joseph, and strong safety is a 94 in Brian Branch. So yeah, this is a very, very good team. But anyways, we are now on the road to Detroit to take on the 88 overall Lions. And yeah, seeing those 3 X factors at the bottom of the screen, kind of terrifying. Alright, I simulated the first couple of plays, and it was a negative run and a sack from Zach Harrison. So now it's a 3rd and 18, and we can get them off the field. It's going to be a screen to the outside, caught by Gibbs. Breaks that tackle from Tracy Wilcox, but then Emmett Ward, our new corner, is the one to bring him down. They would obviously then punt it away, and now we face a possible 3 and out. It's a 3rd and 2 from the 50-yard line. He's going to send Keaton Mitchell in motion. Take the snap, they're bringing a blitz, and he's going to miss his receiver over the middle, so we should punt this one away. But let's see if Greg Kerr can pin them deep here. The punt is sent deep, and it will go out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. And following a couple incomplete passes, they are still here at the 10, facing a 3rd down. A possible 3 and out again. Goff will drop back. And he's going to throw this one to the outside and just throws it away, so they will now punt it right back to Toronto. Let's see if we can actually get some good field position here. He is standing in his own end zone. He does get the punt off. It's going downfield. We will field this near the 50-yard line, and we will get to start in Detroit territory. A 5-yard run and an incomplete pass bring up a 3rd and 5 from the 41. Richardson dropping back, going over the middle. A wide open Dimitri Cox, and he's got blocking all the way down to the 13. 1st and 10, Toronto. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Keaton Mitchell is lined up in the backfield this time, but it will be another pass play. And he's going to throw this one to the outside. He's got a man open. That's Dimitri Cox into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. We are up 7-0. However, the Lions do respond with a touchdown of their own. A 17-yard pass from Jared Goff to Amon-Ra, and they tie this one up at 7. But it looks like Ben Richardson wants to respond right back, all the way down to the Lions' 17-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 near the end of the first quarter, and he is murdered on that play. 2nd and 10. Luckily, he got that one out because they absolutely obliterated him on that play. 2nd and 10. Out of a shotgun set, he'll send Mitchell in motion. Now he drops back to pass, goes over the middle, and that'll fall incomplete, trying to find the former Lion, Jameson Williams. That brings up a 3rd and 10, though, at the 17-yard line. Richardson will drop back to pass, dropping farther back, now going downfield and into traffic. That one will fall incomplete, and we should kick a field goal. Out comes Glenn Griffin for about a 34-yard try to give us a 3-point lead. The kick is away, and it is good. All right, another Lions touchdown in simulation. This one a 54-yard run from Jahmyr Gibbs will give them a 14-10 lead. But once again, Ben Richardson has gotten us down inside the red zone. A 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Out of a 5-wide set, a quick throw will be caught by Braden Willis, who gets brought down to the 9. And as Braden Willis makes that catch, I do not see our starting tight end Dylan Kruger on the field, so there may have been an injury. But we go to Keaton Mitchell on the next play, who will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto will take the lead back, this time 17-14. On their following drive, the Lions face a 4th and 1 at the Toronto 34. They are going to line up and go for it. He sends a man in motion. Goff will take the snap. It's a quick pass to the outside, caught by Gibbs, who gets by the defender and has the first down. Austin Acosta was right there to make a play and just couldn't. The next play would be a 6-yard pass to Sam Laporta, so now it's a 2nd and 4 from the 15. It's a handoff to Gibbs of the middle, and he will fight his way forward for the first down. The Lions now at the 11-yard line with a 1st and 10. Goff back in shotgun, will draw back to pass, a quick throw over the middle, caught by his man, and they roll him into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. With about 2.5 minutes to go here in the half, it's a 3rd and 3 from our own 37 to keep the drive moving, and it's dropped by Brian Duvall. Later on, with 17 seconds to go here in the half, they were at the 12-yard line. Goff will drop back, a quick throw to the outside. They have no timeouts, but he does get out of bounds. Now in a 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Goff will drop back to pass again. And stay in the pocket, going to the end zone in a diving reception. Touchdown, Detroit. They make it 28-17. Now we do get the ball here to start the second half. It's a 3rd and 6 from our own 46. Let's see if we can keep this drive moving. Richardson dropping back, going deep downfield and overthrowing his man. We will punt it away. Following that punt, though, Kobe Bryant picks off Jared Goff, and we will take over at the 27-yard line of Detroit. The defense coming up big, trying to keep us in this game. 1st and 10. Out of a 5-wide set. We'll drop back, go to the outside. That'll be caught, and that'll be a first down by Keaton Mitchell, our running back, down to the 11. Now Richardson comes out in shotgun on the very next play. And we will run a read option. Richardson keeps himself to the outside, and we'll get all the way down to the 7 for about a 4-yard carry. So now it's a 2nd and 6. Richardson back in shotgun again. Keaton Mitchell is lined up in the backfield. He will take the snap and look to go to the end zone most likely. Never mind, he's going to try to run. He breaks that tackle, and Ben Richardson into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. But we are going to go for 2 to try to make this a 3-point game. Out of a shotgun set, Richardson with a quick throw to the end zone, and it is caught by Dimitri Cox. We may get 28-25. Our defense would end up getting us the ball back, but now it's a 3rd and 7 here in the fourth quarter from our own 34 to keep this drive alive. Richardson going to go deep downfield, and he finds Jameson Williams to the 48. Let's go ahead and stay in on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of a shotgun set. Richardson will drop back to pass, rolling to the outside, and he's going to throw this one away. Now it's a 2nd and 10. A shotgun set once again for Toronto. Mitchell is still lined up in the backfield. It will be a draw play. Mitchell right up the middle for the first down to about the 40. That was honestly a really good play call. They were not expecting that at all. 1st and 10. From under center, Richardson with a quick throw. That'll be Dimitri Cox for the first down, getting to about the 28. Now we will line up under center. Keaton Mitchell is lined up at running back again. Richardson will drop back to pass. He's going to go deep downfield and overthrows his man. He had Jamison Williams. That brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line now. He'll take the snap, hand off to Keaton Mitchell, who goes to the outside. There is a flag, and Mitchell's not going to get much on the play, and I have a feeling we're going to be moving back just a bit. Illegal block in the back on offense, so it's not holding, but still not great. That will set us up for a 2nd and 18. All the way back at the 36-yard line. Looks like Keelan Wayne is now checked in at running back, but Richardson will look to pass to the outside, and that's going to be a gain of maybe a couple yards. That brings up a 3rd and 16 from the 33. If we don't get this, we should at least be able to kick a field goal. It'll be a screen to the outside, caught by Wayne, and if one of those 3 linemen blocks, he has a chance to get a first down. But instead, we get to settle for a 49-yard field goal try. Griffin kicks it away, and we are tied up at 28. The Lions face a 3rd and 2 here from their own 38-yard line. Goff from under center will hand off to Jahmyr Gibbs up the middle, and he will fight. Does he have the first down? Yes, he does. Just barely. Later on in this drive, it is now a 3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line. Goff will drop back to pass, goes to the outside, and that's going to be caught for the first down by Amon-Ra. We are now under 4 minutes to play in the game. They're at the Toronto 30-yard line. Goff lines up under center, handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, and he is going to get met and brought down in the backfield, a loss of 1. Goff comes out in shotgun for the very next play. I believe that is still Jahmyr Gibbs lined up in the backfield. Goff will look to pass, though. He's going over the middle to an open man for the first down. I believe that's Tutu Atwell. The next play would be an incomplete pass, so now a 2nd and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. He'll send a tight end in motion. Lines up on the outside, but there'll be a play action to Jahmyr Gibbs. I thought they were going to run it. He goes downfield and misses an open man. Now it's a 3rd and 10. Goff back in shotgun again. We'll take the snap. It's a draw play to Gibbs up the middle. The blocking sets up, and he has the first down. I think it is pretty safe to say we did not expect that to happen. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go in the game. He's going to send his man in motion again. And now he's going to send him right back. Goff will take the snap, and a throw to the end zone is going to get knocked away. In case you were wondering, that was middle linebacker Tracy Wilcox in coverage. So now on a 2nd and goal. They come out in an I formation. Amon-Ra's at the top of your screen, but they give it to Jahmyr Gibbs to go to the outside, and he'll get met and brought down. That's not even Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm assuming that's their power back. But either way, no matter who it was, it would take us down to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal from the 3. It's a handoff to Gibbs, who will be met, and he will not get into the end zone. 4th and goal from the 1 as we burn our first time out. And I am honestly surprised they are not going to go for it here. They're going to kick the field goal, take the 3-point lead. The kick is away, and obviously it's good. Ben Richardson comes out with 1:50 to go from his own 33-yard line and 2 timeouts. Out of a shotgun set, Richardson will look to pass. A quick throw to the outside will be caught by Williams, who gets out of bounds for a gain of 7. It'll be another shotgun set on the very next play. Keaton Mitchell still lined up at running back. I imagine we're not going to be running the ball a whole lot this drive. Over the middle, that's going to be Braden Willis, but he can't hold on through the contact. 3rd down. And I have still not seen Dylan Kruger today, so I imagine he is definitely injured. Now a 3rd and 3. A quick throw downfield, and he overthrows Braden Willis that time. 4th down. And he had him right up the seam. So now on a 4th and 3 from the 39-yard line. Richardson will drop back. A quick throw to the outside will be caught by Jamison Williams, who gets out of bounds at the 46 to keep our hopes alive. Richardson lines up in shotgun again. 1st and 10. We'll look to pass, obviously. Goes over the middle. He finds, I believe that's Brian Duvall for the first down to the 43. Going to run the no-huddle offense now, not waste any of our timeouts. He will drop back to pass, and that one's going to fall incomplete. So that brings up a 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line. And a shotgun set again. He will drop back and look to pass. Stand in the pocket, now rolling to the outside. Richardson's going to take off, and he is not going to get out of bounds. Brought down for no gain. Jack Campbell does get credit for a sack there. Now 3rd and 10. Richardson will drop back to pass again. He's going to fire this deep over the middle, and he finds his man, but Dimitri Cox can't hold on through the contact. So on a 4th and 10 with 47 seconds to go, we're sending out rookie kicker Glenn Griffin for a 60-yard attempt. The kick is away, and it will be no good. I will say that he definitely has the power to make that, just did not have the accuracy. He does have 99 kick power. We're just trying to get him a little bit more accurate. And he's only a rookie. A 60-yard field goal is just ridiculous, though. But there were a couple drops on that drive that would have made it a lot easier, a couple overthrows. It was a hard-fought game, and I know Detroit went into this game 1-3, but this is still a really good team. And once again, we lose a game by 3 points. We are 1-3-1 on the season, and all of our losses have been by 3 points. Quarterback Ben Richardson goes 19 of 33 for 237 and a touchdown. Running the ball, Keaton Mitchell only got 11 carries, but did get 57 yards and a score. Richardson also ran in for a touchdown. Receiving, Jamison Williams 6 for 77, Dimitri Cox 4 for 80 and a score. Tracy Wilcox led our team in tackles with a total of 10 today. We only got 2 sacks, 1 from Sealer and 1 from Zach Harrison. Interceptions, Kobe Bryant did come away with the only one in simulation. And Jared Goff had a pretty solid day, 31 of 42 for 276 yards, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. On the ground, Jahmyr Gibbs ran for 104 and a score. And then receiving, Sam Laporta 8 for 61 and a touchdown, Amon-Ra got a touchdown, and Tutu Atwell got a touchdown. Now, following that game, we do have some upgrade points to burn, so let's go ahead and start with wide receiver Sidney Peters of his playmaker. He goes up to a 74 overall, and he's going to get a bit here, plus 2 to ball carrier vision, 1 to break tackle and carrying, 3 to his catching traffic, 1 to catching, deep route, juke move, short route, spectacular catch, and trucking. Some good news here, it does not look like Dylan Kruger is seriously injured, so I'm guessing he was just knocked out of the last game for a bit. Let's go and upgrade his possession because he also gets an upgrade point here, and he's going to be getting plus 2 to ball carrier vision, 1 to break tackle, catching, impact, medium route, 2 to release, 2 to short route, and 2 to spectacular catching. Zach Harrison also has an upgrade point here. We're going to go and upgrade the speed rusher trait. He goes up to a 79 overall, and he is going to end up getting plus 2 to awareness, 1 to block shed, finesse move, power move, and tackle. I feel like Corey Bailey has been upgrading a lot this year. He is already up to an 81 overall as a rookie. We don't even know his dev trait yet, but he gets plus 1 to block shedding, 2 to pursuit, and 1 to tackle. Matter of fact, how close are we to his dev trait? About a couple hundred plays. But one dev trait we do know is wide receiver Brian Duvall, who is a superstar dev trait. He has another upgrade point here. We're going to upgrade his playmaker. He goes up to an 80 overall as a rookie, and he's going to get plus 2 to ball carrier vision, 1 to break tackle, 2 to deep route, 1 to juke move, medium route release, short route, and a new ability slot. On our offense, though, we do now know that AJ Miller, our rookie center, is officially a star dev trait, so we're only waiting on 3 more guys. Wide receiver Sidney Peters, which I believe is a few hundred snaps away because he's not really finding the field that much. Yeah, I don't really know if we're going to find out his this season. And then over on defense, we already saw that we still have Corey Bailey that we're waiting on. And then we are actually really close to knowing kicker Glenn Griffin's dev trait. He is at 492 plays, so we should definitely learn his after the following game. Our next matchup in this episode, though, is a divisional matchup against the 2-3 New Orleans Saints. And they are going to be led by Justin Fields, who is a 76 overall quarterback, but it could be Brian Ramsey, who is a 73 overall rookie with a day 1 starter player tag. I have had it before where if they are close in overall, on this screen it won't show that Ramsey is their starter, but then once you jump into the game, Ramsey will be the starter. At running back is Dameon Pierce, who is an 81 overall, backed up by Kendre Miller, who is a 76. At wide receiver, Chris Olave is an 89. Mike Evans is now a New Orleans Saint at an 83 overall, and Rashid Shaheed is an 81. At tight ends, a 77 overall. Left tackle is going to be an 84. Left guard is going to be a 79. Center is going to be an 87. Right guard is an 81, and right tackle is an 86. On defense, they have Carl Granderson, who is an 83 overall at left end. At right end will be an 80 overall in Zadarius Smith. Defensive tackle is going to be a 76. Outside linebacker is a 79. Middle linebacker is going to be an 84. Right outside linebacker is an 82. At corner, they have a 91 in Kool-Aid McKinstry, an 86 in Christian Benford, and an 82 in Michael Carter. So they have a very good corner room. At free safety is a 76 in Malik Hooker, and strong safety is an 83 in Jeremy Chin. We are once again on the road for this game, so let's see if we can rebound from our close loss last week to see if we can't get our second win of the year. We would get the ball first, but face a possible 3 and out. It's a 3rd and 6. Richardson will drop back to a pass. He's going to the outside and overthrowing his man. However, our defense may force a 3 and out of their own, and yes, Ramsey is their starting quarterback here. So on a 3rd and 5 from the 26, he's going to send the man in motion. He will drop back, a quick throw to the outside, finds his man for the first down, and a lot more down the sideline all the way to the 43. Later on in the drive, they have moved the ball all the way down to the 6-yard line. Ramsey is back in shotgun again. It's a 1st and goal. He's going to send the man in motion. He will look to pass, a quick throw over the middle, caught by Shaheed into the end zone. Touchdown Saints. It does look like our offense decided to wake up on the next drive. 1st and 10 from the 17. as Richardson will drop back to pass, dropping farther back, now rolling to the outside and tries to throw a check down, but it bounces off the back of a lineman. That is going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Richardson back in shotgun again. Looks like Keaton Mitchell is still the running back, as Richardson will look to pass. Going downfield, he finds his man. That'll be Jamison Williams down to the 8-yard line to set up a 3rd and 1. We will come out with Braden Willis lined up at fullback, Keaton Mitchell lined up in the backfield. Is that where we go with it? No, it is not. It's going to be a play fake. And now he's going to look to run. He gets the first down, and Ben Richardson into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. Both of us would end up trading a couple of punts, and now we're in the 2nd quarter. It's a 3rd and 7 from the 38, going downfield, and that one gets deflected away. That'll bring up a 4th and 7, and they should bring out their kicker for a 55-yard field goal try. Yeah, I can do math there. So let's see if they can actually make this and take a 3-point lead. The kick is away, and this one will be no good. Trying to take advantage of the missed field goal, we have now driven down to the 19. He throws this one to the outside, 2nd and 10. Now Richardson's going to line up under center. So the 19-yard line, he will draw back to pass again, rolling to the outside. Probably should throw this ball away. He's going to try to run and get sacked for a loss of 1 by Carl Granderson. Will that take us down to the 2-minute warning, or will he get the snap off on a 3rd and 11? From the 20, he is going to get the snap off. And it'll be a pass play going to the end zone and missing everybody. 4th and 11. He has not looked good today. At least not in the stuff we have actually seen. So now on 4th down, for about a 37-yard try. The kick is away, and it is good. The Thunderbirds defense would force a punt with 1:03 to go in the half. We will come out with 2 timeouts remaining. Let's see if we can do something. A quick throw to the outside. That probably should have been intercepted. So now a 2nd and 10 at the 32. Richardson back in shotgun again. Will take the snap. A quick throw to the outside will be caught, and did he hold on to that? He did. A gain of 2 on the play. We elect to not burn a timeout. We're down to about 30 seconds to go before halftime. Richardson will draw back to pass again. And now rolling to the outside, throws on the run. That's going to be caught, and he has the first down. That's Brian Duvall, and we will burn our 2nd timeout. There's 26 seconds to go here in the half. With a 1st and 10. 1 timeout remaining. Richardson going to throw this over the middle to absolutely nobody. Now for a 2nd and 10. He's back in a shotgun set again from the 44. Will drop back to pass. And he's going to let this one go. He finds Dylan Kruger, who has the first down the sideline. And I kind of wish Kruger had ducked out of bounds, but he decided to stay in bounds for some reason. We burn our final timeout with 16 seconds to go in the half. So if we get tackled in bounds now, we're not getting anything on this drive. Richardson looking to pass, though. He'll step up. And now he's going to throw this one away. 8 seconds to play here in the first half. And instead of risking it, we're just going to kick about a 54 or a 55-yard field goal. So let's see if we can take a 6-point lead. Griffin kicks it away, and this one will be no good. Moving into the second half, the Saints would get the ball first, and it's now a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Ramsey out of shotgun will drop back a quick throw to the outside. That's going to be caught and brought down for no gain on the play. Now that will set up a 2nd and goal, still at the 8-yard line. He lines up under center. He'll send a man in motion. Takes the snap. Hands off up the middle, and he is met immediately by Austin Acosta and brought down. 3rd and goal with a shotgun set. No one else in the backfield with him. Ramsey will take the snap and obviously look to pass. Going downfield, he'll find his man, but that's going to set up a 4th and goal from the 2. Now, do you go for it or do you kick a field goal? Apparently, especially with an injury, I guess, they're just going to settle for a field goal try of about 19 yards. The kick is away, and this game is all tied up. Well, I was hoping that Ben Richardson would figure something out during halftime, but I guess not. We have a 3rd and 10. Firing downfield, he finds Brian Duvall, this time for the first down all the way to the 41. Maybe he did figure something out. Or maybe he didn't, because I jumped back into simulation and just a couple plays later, he is intercepted by Michael Carter. I should have just stayed in and watched the rest of that drive, but now a 3rd and 10 from the 19 for New Orleans, trying to capitalize off the turnover. Ramsey will take the snap. He's dropping farther back, now throwing this one to the outside. That'll be caught, and he's immediately brought down. That may take us to the 4th quarter, but either way, they should kick a field goal to take a 3-point lead, and they're not going to take the snap here. So we jump to the other side of the field, and the snap, the hold, the kick is away, and they take a 13-10 lead. And on the next drive in simulation, he is intercepted again, this time by Pete Werner. We got a big penalty that moved us farther downfield. I was going to simulate a couple more plays and then jump in, and our quarterback throws another pick. Let's find out if our defense can get our offense the ball back for one more chance. Under 8 minutes to go, he will drop back to pass. Ramsey under pressure, rolling to the outside and throws it away across his body, and our offense will get to come back out. Following the punt, we would get a few yards, and now it's a 3rd and 6. Richardson will drop back to pass to try to keep this drive moving and miss his man over the middle, who was wide open. On the Saints' next drive, we jump in for a 3rd and 5 with about 3 minutes to go from the 35-yard line. Ramsey will drop back, and he's trying to buy some time. He's going to take off, and he has the first down to about the 25-yard line. Down to about 2.5 minutes to go in the game now. We still have all 3 timeouts. Ramsey will come out in a pistol set. See if they just start running the ball here. He is letting the clock run all the way down. Sends a man in motion, and will take the snap. Looking to pass, he goes to the outside, finds his man, but he will get forced out of bounds. So that does stop the clock, but they get a 7-yard play. And the clock would have stopped anyway because their offensive lineman got injured. But now a 2nd and 3 from the 18. Handoff up the middle, and he is met and brought down to bring up a 3rd and 1. That would take us down to the 2-minute warning. On a 3rd and 1 from the 17. He's going to line up under center. He sends a tight end in motion. I imagine this is going right back to Dameon Pierce, and it is, and he gets the first down. And we have to burn our first timeout following that play. 1:56 to go. Take the snap, hand off to Pierce again, who goes to the outside. He'll break that tackle, and then finally get brought down for just a 1-yard gain as we burn our second timeout. 2nd and 9 from the 10. Ramsey's going to line up under center again. We'll take the snap, hand off to the back, who goes to the outside. He'll get met and brought down to the 6-yard line. We have burned our final timeout with 1:47 to play. If we can hold them to a field goal here, we will have some time left to try to win. But obviously, if they get a touchdown, it's most likely a game over. Out of a shotgun set, Ramsey will actually look to pass. He's going to try to run, and Ramsey has a shot into the end zone and dives in. Touchdown, Saints. So now we're down by 10. We would need a touchdown very quickly and to get an onside kick to have a shot in this game. But let's see what the kick return could do. It's going to get to about the 30. Ben Richardson, you have not had a very good day. From what I've seen, you're inaccurate, and then you've also thrown 2 interceptions in simulation. You could make up for it here if you can somehow pull off a comeback. On the first play, he's going to throw it away. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line. Richardson back in a shotgun set with 2 running backs in the backfield. He will drop back and look to pass here. Standing in the pocket, rolling to the outside. He's going to let this one go downfield, and he will find Jamison Williams for the first down. Running the no-huddle offense, obviously. We have no timeouts remaining, and that'll be incomplete because I got bounced off the back of a lineman, I believe. Now on a 2nd and 10. Richardson back in a shotgun set will take the snap from the 43-yard line and go over the middle and miss his receiver. I don't understand why he's so inaccurate in this game. I didn't change any sliders between the last few games where he's actually looked really solid. I guess today's just a bad day. 3rd and 10. Dropping back to pass, rolling to the outside. He's going to let this one go, and there is nobody there. I'm assuming he wanted to go deeper downfield, but he was hit as he was throwing. But now it's a 4th and 10. From our own 43, Richardson will drop back, and he's going to let this one go deep downfield. Does he have a man? Yes, he does, and it's knocked away. Well, that was not a very pretty game. We lose this one by a final score of 20-10. And our quarterback looked awful. I've said that multiple times. He did not look good at all today. I don't know what his final stats are going to look like, but I doubt they'll be pretty. Yeah, this is honestly one of the worst games he's had this season. 16 of 34 for 183, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. He only got 1 pick coming into the game on the season and throws 2 today. Running the ball, we really didn't do a lot of that. Keaton Mitchell got 15 yards on 6 carries. And then receiving, not a lot went on. Brian Duvall, 5 for 55. Jamison Williams, 5 for 57. Jaleel Torrance led our team in tackles with a total of 8 today. What about sacks? That goes to Zach Harrison, who got the only one, and we got no interceptions. Brian Ramsey, their rookie quarterback, actually did really well today. He took good care of the ball. 25 of 33 for 212 yards and a touchdown. Dameon Pierce got 68 yards on 21 carries, and Ramsey even ran in for a touchdown. Receiving, not a whole lot went on. Dameon Pierce, 7 for 58, but Rashid Shaheed did catch a touchdown. Let's go ahead and jump into our upgrades following that game, starting with rookie corner Sidney Minor. We're going to upgrade his slot. He goes to a 71 overall, and he is going to end up getting +1 to man, press, and zone, and 3 to tackling. Next up is wide receiver Dimitri Cox. We're going to up his playmaker, so he goes to a 76 overall, and he's getting a few here, +3 to awareness, 1 to ball carrier vision and break tackle, 2 to carrying, 2 to catch in traffic, 1 to deep route, 1 to medium route, 2 to release, and 1 to short route. Then we have our rookie kicker Glenn Griffin, who I thought we would figure out the dev trait for in the last game. Apparently not. We need to get 2 more plays with him. We're going to upgrade his accuracy because that's obviously been his biggest weakness here, and he's going to get 2 to that. so his ratings are now up to an 87 on kick accuracy. Next up is defensive back Dax Hill. We're going to upgrade his slot, so he'll go up to an 81 overall, and he is going to end up getting plus 2 to man, 1 to play rec, 2 to press, 2 to pursuit, and 1 to zone coverage. And I will go over it before we actually jump into the game, but I have once again changed around the depth chart a little bit because the defense hasn't really been what it was a few games ago, so Dax Hill has moved his way back into the starting lineup, but I'll go over that here in a minute. Moving on, Tracy Wilcox, who was already a superstar depth trait, should get a new ability slot with this upgrade, or at least I really hope. He gets 1 to man coverage, 3 to play rec, 1 to tackle, and a brand new ability. Last but definitely not least is our franchise quarterback Ben Richardson, who has had a few games this season which really just haven't gone that well, and I honestly don't understand why. He has 84 deep accuracy, so I understand him missing some of those throws, but 90 medium accuracy, 91 short. I really don't understand why he's not playing near as well as he is in other games. It's very hot and cold with him. But we're going to upgrade this field general. He goes up to an 86 overall, and he is going to end up getting plus 1 to awareness, 3 to play action, 1 to throw accuracy deep, 1 to throw on the run, and 1 to throwing under pressure. But aside from the player upgrades, we have a few things to take care of this week, but the first thing I want to go over is the changes I made to the depth chart. Nothing at all has changed with the offense. That will stay the exact same, but over on defense, I have moved Dax Hill back from our corner number 3 up to our corner number 1. Jaleel Torrance will be our number 2, and Emmett Ward will be our number 3. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and scratch that. Let's give Ward a chance to be the number 2 corner. Torrance is going to go down to 3, and Torrance is also our slot corner, so he'll still find the field. I went through the team meeting that was here, and nothing really important was said. They talked about their center isn't that good, and we have a goal to have their center give up at least 2 sacks, but now let's talk to our defensive coordinator. We need to shift our focus to the Ravens. What did we find through film study? Their wide receiver is better than our starting corner. Well, our corners are not exactly great. Good to know. Let's go talk to the defense about it. All right, I guess I get to talk to the defense again. What is our plan to stop Zay Flowers? I don't really call the plays, so we're going to go with play rec, and we're going to really hope that works out for us. And then finally, we have a press conference for this week, so let's see what they want to talk about here. Next question. I haven't taken any questions from you guys yet. We'd like to get your take on how successful your play calling has been this season. Let's focus on the offense. Okay, I guess we'll try. This is going to be one of those stupid, like, quiz things. Which stat are we talking about? I have a feeling this is going to be one of those stupid quiz things that you have to know. How often your team converts red zone trips? Honestly, yeah, higher than 50%. Oh, into touchdowns? Ooh, I don't know about that. I'm going to go with higher 50% though. I'm going to have full confidence in my team. Hopefully that's not wrong. That's incorrect. You should probably spend more time studying the analytics. Whatever. The 4-2 Baltimore Ravens are led by a 99 overall Lamar Jackson, who still has 95 speed. I do not like playing against Lamar Jackson in Madden. At running back, they have Rasheen Ali, who is only a 73 overall, so Derrick Henry is gone. Wide receiver Zay Flowers is up to a 91 overall, Rashad Bateman's an 85, and Deontay Johnson is an 80. So they have a really good wide receiver room right now. At tight end, they have Clay Russell, a rookie out of Oklahoma, who is a superstar X Factor. So they replaced Mark Andrews, who was a really good tight end out of Oklahoma, with a superstar X Factor tight end out of Oklahoma. Left tackle, 86 overall. Left guard is going to be a 75. Center is going to be a 68. All right, yeah, I see why we were targeting that guy. Right guard's a 73, and right tackle will be an 82. Over on defense, we start with a 93 overall left end. At right end will be a 70. Defensive tackle is a 68 and a 65, so obviously not a great position for them. Outside linebacker is going to be a 78. Middle linebacker is a 98 in Roquan Smith and an 84 in Trenton Simpson. Right outside linebacker, a 74 overall rookie out of Notre Dame, and Jason Telfer. At corner, they have Nate Wiggins, who was an 85 overall. Marlon Humphrey on the other side at a 90 overall. And Brandon Stevens, an 83 overall. So their corner room is very good. Free safety is an 85 with Marcus Williams, and strong safety is a 95 with Kyle Hamilton. So not only is their corner room very good, their entire defensive back group is very, very good. But we are back at home for this game, and overall wise, we actually match up with the Ravens. I'm going to assume their center and defensive tackle positions definitely bring that down a bit. But let's jump into this game and see how we do. We have a chance to get them off the field with a 3-and-out, a 3rd and 9 from the 31-yard line. Lamar will drop back to pass, dropping farther back now. rolling to the outside, and he's going to take off. Can we make the tackle? No, we can't. He breaks that tackle and gets the first down. And that would apparently just kickstart their offense, as they have now driven down to the 8-yard line. It's a 3rd and 1. It'll be a play fake. Lamar standing in the pocket now, rolling to the outside. There is a flag as he's going to take off and get met and brought down about the 1-yard line. But I think this play is going to be coming back, holding on Baltimore. Now that sets up a 3rd and 10 all the way back at the 17. Lamar back in shotgun, will drop back to pass. He's going to fire this one downfield, finds his man, and into the end zone. Touchdown Baltimore, they go up 7-0. However, Ben Richardson on our opening drive has driven us all the way down to the 13, so he may be ready to put up a fight today. Richardson going to throw this one to the outside, finds his man, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. The next play would be an incomplete pass, so now a 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line. Richardson will drop back and look to pass one more time. Run to the outside. He's under pressure and runs right into the sack. Awesome. That will send out Glenn Griffin for about a 38-yard field goal try to make this a 7-3 game. The kick is away, and the kick is good. On their last drive, we had a chance to force a 3-and-out and failed. Can we do it this time? On a 3rd and 4, Lamar with a quick throw. That one will fall incomplete. However, we are staring at a possible 3-and-out of our own. From our own 12-yard line, it's a 3rd and 3, a toss play to the outside, and Keaton Mitchell is getting no space whatsoever. We would then punt it away, and the Ravens face a 3rd and 10 from our 28-yard line on their next drive. Lamar will draw back to pass. He's going to fire this over the middle, and nearly intercepted by Tracy Wilcox. You have to catch that. I understand it forced a 4th down, but we are not going to have many opportunities to get stuff like that. So now this 30 or 45-yard field goal, is away, and it is good. On Toronto's next drive, we face a 3rd and 5 from the 49. He'll drop back to pass, going over the middle and missing his receiver. 4th down. Baltimore now with about 2.5 minutes to go in the half, face a 3rd and 7 from the 19, and Lamar Jackson getting sacked on the play by Zach Sealer. So that will send out Justin Tucker for about a 42-yard attempt here. On a 4th and 13. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be good. With a minute to go here in the first half, we have driven down to the 24-yard line and have 2 timeouts remaining. Richardson out of a shotgun set, a quick throw to absolutely nobody, 3rd down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. He comes out with a 5-wide set this time. Richardson will take the snap and look to pass, going downfield. He's got a man, and that is just straight up dropped by Brian Duvall. That is a brutal drop for Toronto. Obviously, he would have walked into the end zone, and now instead we settle for a field goal to make it 13-6 right before halftime. Simulating the end of the first half, and the Ravens would end up with a field goal to make it 16-6. We get the ball to start the second half and face a 3rd and 8 from our own 32. Richardson rolling to the outside. He's just going to take off. Ben Richardson has the first down and slides out of the 45-yard line. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Keaton Mitchell in the backfield. We'll send him in motion. And now a quick throw out to Mitchell on the outside, and that's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Well, it was at least an attempt, I guess. Now a 2nd and 11 from the 44-yard line. Richardson will drop back and look to pass. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Mitchell again. He will not get away from that guy. I thought he was going to break the tackle. That's a loss of 3. So now to keep this drive alive, we face a 3rd and 14 from the 40. Out of a 5-wide set, Richardson will look to pass, go over the middle, and that one will fall incomplete. But thankfully, our defense would force a 3-and-out. Now we have a 3rd and 1 from the 25-yard line. Handoff to Keaton Mitchell, who goes up the middle and gets the first down. But there is a flag, and I have a bad feeling it is against Toronto, and it is. So now a 3rd and 11 from the 35-yard line. Out of a shotgun set, they're bringing a blitz, and the screen will fall incomplete. So we send out Glenn Griffin for a 52-yard try to at least make it a 7-point game again. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and this one will be good. The defense would once again force a punt in simulation, and now we face a 3rd and 3 from the 36 to avoid the 3-and-out. This time the screen will be caught. Mitchell has the first down, and we'll get all the way to about the 45. Richardson back in a shotgun set now. With Mitchell still in the backfield, he will look to pass. He's going downfield and missing his man. I don't know what is up with his accuracy right now. 2nd and 10 from the 44. Richardson will drop back and look to pass. Going downfield, this time he finds Jamison Williams, and that will be a first down to the 45. He's going to come out now in a pistol set with Keaton Mitchell in the backfield, but once again will look to pass. A quick throw will be caught by Kruger, who was brought down for no gain on the play. And that would take us to the final quarter of this game. 2nd and 10 from the 46 with 2 running backs in the backfield. He's going to send Jameson Williams in motion. He will drop back to pass and go over the middle to absolutely nobody because it got deflected. Now facing a 3rd and 10. Richardson back in shotgun from the 46-yard line. Runs a play fake. Now he's going deep downfield. That's tipped in the air and will fall incomplete. At least it was an accurate ball this time, I guess. But on 4th and 10, we will punt it away. So let's see if our punter, Greg Kerr, can pin them deep. It's going towards the sideline. This will bounce and then go into the end zone. The defense has now forced a 3rd and 15. From the Toronto 45-yard line, Lamar will drop back to pass. And he's going to fire this one deep over the middle and cannot find his man. 4th down. And I just tried to simulate that 4th down, and apparently Justin Tucker would attempt a 61-yard field goal and not make it. So it's still a 7-point game. And speaking of 7, that's all we would gain so far on this drive. It is a 3rd and 3 from the 41. And we're going to give this one to Keaton Mitchell, who tries to bounce to the outside and is brought down to bring up a 4th and 2. Only 11 carries for 26 yards. And on 4th down, we are going to go for it. Zach Moss is lined up at running back. He is our power back. So let's see if we give it to him. It goes right up the middle, and Moss will spin away from one man and get brought down, but they rule he did not get the first. We do get another chance to try to force him to punt it away. 3rd and 10. From the 39-yard line, Lamar will drop back to pass. Stay in the pocket. He's going to take off up the middle. Can we get there in time? No, we cannot. 1st down, Baltimore. Jumping a couple more plays ahead, it's a 3rd and 15 now at the 46-yard line. Lamar out of shotgun will drop back to pass, and he's going to look to run to the outside. Lamar will take off, but he will not get to the marker. A 4th and 8 from the 47, and they should punt this one away. That was Austin Acosta, our outside linebacker, on the stop. Now let's see if their punter can pin us deep. The punt is sent away. I don't think this is a very good punt. It goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So now it is going to be up to our offense, which, to be completely honest, has not looked that good from what we've seen today. 1st and 10 from the 28. Richardson will drop back to pass. Going downfield, he'll find his man, and that'll be a gain of about 9 yards, I believe, to Jameson Williams. So now it's going to be a 2nd and 1. Richardson lines up under center this time. And I believe Keelan Wayne is the running back. Never mind, that's still Keaton Mitchell. I was wrong. Going over the middle and missing his man, but there is a flag down, and it's probably going to be a holding call on us. Actually, an eligible receiver downfield. So, yeah, that's going to make it 2nd and 6. 3:43 to go here in the game. From our own 32-yard line, Richardson will drop back and look to pass. He's going over the middle. He finds Brian Duvall for the 1st down, brought down to the 43. Now Richardson will line up in a shotgun set again. Keaton Mitchell is still lined up in the backfield. Never mind, we send him out wide. And now a quick throw downfield will be caught by Duvall, who breaks that tackle and ends up with a 9-yard play. Under 3 minutes to go in the game. It's a 2nd and 1. Mitchell is the running back, but we're still looking to pass here. And we're going downfield, but he overthrows Keaton Mitchell. 3rd and 1. Richardson back in a shotgun set one more time. Keaton Mitchell is lined up in the backfield. He will take the snap. We give it to Mitchell, who has the 1st down and is brought down, I believe, by Patrick Queen. That would actually be Roquan Smith. Patrick Queen now plays for the Steelers. But either way, 1st and 10 from the 45. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Jameson Williams, who breaks that tackle and is brought down for just a 1-yard play. And that should take us down to the 2-minute warning, and it will. We will line back up in a shotgun set now. 2nd and 9. He will drop back and look to pass. A quick throw over the middle will be caught by Duvall to set up a 3rd and 3. And now we have an injury. And that is Austin Jackson, our starting right tackle. So hopefully that is not a massive loss. 3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line. He's back in his shotgun set. A quick throw will find Dylan Kruger, our tight end, to about the 25. The clock is still running now. 1:25 to play in the game. He's back in his shotgun set. He has a bunch set at the top of your screen, and it will be a QB draw as he gets a decent gain here, has the 1st down, and Ben Richardson all the way down to the 9-yard line as we burn a timeout. You know what? Whatever it takes to move the ball. 1st and goal. Richardson lines up under center. Keaton Mitchell is the running back, but he will look to pass. He throws this to the outside. That's going to be caught by Braden Willis. He's ruled down to the 7, and we have burned our final timeout because we have another injury along the offensive line. And this time it's going to be Cologne or Colon. I'm still not sure how to say his name. But that's our starting right guard. So currently the right side of our offensive line is both backups. 2nd and goal from the 7. And it will be a handoff to Keaton Mitchell up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown Toronto with 1:09 remaining. So now the question is, do we go for 2 or kick the extra point? And we're going to send out Glenn Griffin for the extra point. Honestly, I feel like it's a good call. Personally, I feel like I would go for 2 though. So Baltimore will have 1:09 to avoid overtime in this game. The kick is sent deep. He will field this at the 5-yard line. Brings it up across the 25 and will be met and brought down to the 28-yard line. So defense, now we need you to come up with a stop. Really, defense, if you could come up with like an interception and a pick six, that'd be amazing. 1st and 10 out of a shotgun set. He is going to take the snap and looks to pass. He goes over the middle and that gets deflected down. Now, if we can actually force him to punt it away quickly, our offense would have a chance to win it in regulation, but I highly doubt we're going to get that much of a chance. 2nd and 10. Lamar will draw back. It's going to be a screen to the outside. That one will be incomplete. All right, maybe we will have a chance to do that. 3rd and 10 at the 28-yard line in a shotgun set. Can we get the stop? It'll be a run play, and he's going to get met and brought down. Honestly, a great call from Baltimore there. They're going to be able to run down a lot of the clock here before punting it away, and we're not going to have much time. Now, if we could block this, that'd be cool. Not going to happen. The punt is sent deep. We're going to field this at the 25-yard line. It is a fair catch. So I guess right here, we will find out if Richardson is going to try to win the game here or if we're just going to run the ball with Keaton Mitchell. We send Braden Willis in motion. It will be a handoff to Mitchell. There is a flag. It's actually Zach Moss that gets the handoff, but the flag is probably going to be against us, holding on the offense. So that moves it back to be a 1st and 18 with 14 seconds to go. Richardson back in shotgun. We'll take the snap. It's going to be another handoff to Keaton Mitchell. Well, this one to Keaton Mitchell, actually, up the middle. And I imagine we're just going to take this to overtime now. Off the top of my head, I can't even tell you how many times we've been to overtime this season. I think this is number 3, so we're 1-4-1. So we're in game 7. So almost half of our games have gone to overtime. Just what I remember right now. Let's figure out who is going to win this coin toss, though, because maybe, just maybe, we can win it, and then our offense can score a touchdown, and we end it right here. The last time we went to overtime was against the Giants. That ended in a tie, but the Ravens will get the ball first here. All right, here we go. The kick is going to be sent deep. Let's see if we can at least stop them short here. He's going to return this from about the 3-yard line, get across the 20, the 25, and be met and brought down to the 27. Defense, we really, really need you to step up here. 1st and 10. Lamar back in shotgun. We'll take the snap. It's going to be a read option to the outside, and that gets read and brought down. That is Darius Slay coming up to make the hit. So now it's a 2nd and 7 at the 31. Lamar back in shotgun here. He's going to send Zay Flowers in motion. Takes the snap. It's a handoff to the back. And he's going to get met and brought down on the play by 22, which is Jaleel Torrance. So our secondary coming up to make some pretty big tackles here. 3rd and 6 from the 32. Now we just need the secondary to actually cover people. Lamar will drop back. A quick throw will be caught and held onto through the contact. 1st down Baltimore. I believe it was our newly acquired defensive back Emmett Ward in coverage. 1st and 10 from the 40. Lamar back in shotgun. Will take the snap. A quick throw to the outside will be caught, and he's met and brought down for just a 5-yard play. Lamar back in shotgun again for a 2nd and 5 from the 45. It'll be a handoff to the back. Some great blocking and the 1st down into Toronto territory. Brought down to the 47. A shotgun set for the Ravens on the very next play now. He's going to send his tight end in motion. He'll line up in the slot, and now Lamar will look to pass. A quick throw to the outside, caught by the tight end, who was immediately brought down by Jaleel Torrance. That brings up a 2nd and 8. Now, they may attempt a long field goal if we can get a stop here. From the 45-yard line, he's going to send a man in motion. Takes a snap. It's a toss play. And now he's going to cut up field, and he runs right into the Toronto defense and is brought down to bring up a 3rd and 6. Lamar comes out in shotgun from the 43-yard line. Can we please get a stop here, defense? He will drop back and looks to pass. And now he's going to let this one go deep downfield, but he finds his man for the 1st down to about the 25-yard line. Lamar back in a shotgun set again. See if they continue going to the air, if they keep trying to run the ball a bit. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Rashad Bateman. Now he'll drop back and look to pass. A quick throw to the outside is knocked in the air and will fall incomplete. That time it was Emmett Ward on the coverage. 2nd and 10. Lamar back in shotgun again. We'll take the snap. It's going to be a read option to the outside. That gets read perfectly and brought down by Kobe Bryant for just a 1-yard carry. But it brings up a 3rd and 9, and apparently that somehow locked Lamar into the zone here. From the 24, he'll drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket. Now he's going to try to run, and he is going to have the 1st down and more all the way down to the 2-yard line. A touchdown ends the game without our offense even seeing the field. 1st and goal. Out of a power set, it'll be a toss to the outside. Caught by 37, who gets to the edge and is fighting his way. Brought down about the half-yard line. That should take us down to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a shotgun set once again for Baltimore. Second and goal from about the 1-inch line. Handoff to the running back in a wide open lane. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, our defense fought hard in this game, but obviously it was not enough. Our offense could really never put it together. We had to count on our kicker a lot. Keaton Mitchell got the only touchdown for us today. I don't know what's going on with Ben Richardson. Before this game, I actually did adjust the sliders a bit. I upped QB accuracy to 40, or I'm sorry, not to 40, from 8 to 10. That's a really high number. But anyway, from 8 to 10, and it really didn't affect anything. He was still underthrowing a lot of balls. I don't really know what I'm going to do about Ben Richardson. He is not playing well right now. He finished today 22 of 33 for 195, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Running the ball, Keaton Mitchell only got 38 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown. And then receiving, no one really did a whole lot. Brian Duvall was our best one, 5 for 58. Tracy Wilcox led the team in tackles with a total of 11 today. We only got 1 sack, and we saw that one from Zach Sealer, and no interceptions. Honestly, Lamar didn't have that great of a day either. It could have been the rain, I guess. He goes 21 of 40 for 214 yards and a touchdown. Running the ball, he was also their leading rusher with 88 yards. And then obviously Rasheen Ali runs in for that game-winning touchdown. Receiving, Clay Russell, their tight end, 10 for 118. And then Rasheen Ali also caught a touchdown today. Well, unfortunately, this is one of those episodes where we are going to fail to win a single game. But in the next episode, we will pick up here in week 8 as we take on the 6-1 Minnesota Vikings.